Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Safroni Hiratullah, and this is incredible for me to be here. And because I would like to explain to you uh, about my lesson plans. Okay, uh, I'm going to the first step of my lesson plans. And the first step is to the students that welcome students back to the library and ask them, do you remember why you come visit me in the library? And and after that, let the student brainstorm possible reasons, such as listen to the stories, talk about different books, and do fun activities, work on the computer actually. And the second is tell the student today. We'll tell the students today we will be reading a book about a good friend of mine, and leave reliant before we read. Let's get our bodies reading for start time. And the A, introduce songs such as the online found here read, and that we continue into the search. Read the story, Delivery Lions, and afterwards ask the students. Mr. Meriwether was very particular about rule breaking. What rules of expectations do you think you need to remember in order to have a good time when you come to the library? Ask the student like that. And and also, okay, A, let students share and write down their ideas on the board or chart paper. B, use this to create library for force foster. And 5, ask students when you come to the library. Ask students when you come to the library, you get to check out new books. What do you think library lions? And Mr. Meriwether, what you do with your library books to keep relationships? A, let the students share ideas. Write them down on the board or characters or card favor. B, have them create a class book about book care. Give each students phase of fever and let them illustrate positive and negative thinking to do with their library books. Put the faces together and let them take their books back to class. An example class books can be found at what we do right now. And after that, into the next weeks or second weeks, uh, we have to do the students to do for the student like this. Welcome the students back to the library and do story time song to get them ready. And first, show the student the book for today and ask for so and ask about for volunteers to find out the difference part of the book. A, show the student that the outdoor of this book is the same outdoor as the book we read last week's or display last week's book underneath the wrestling chart of meat. B, ask them students ask the students, do you think this book is going to have a surprise ending like her other ones? C, ask the students to look at the front cover and predict what will happen in the story. Okay, and the next, read the story. After the story, ask the student who remember the 5 things we need to include when we retell a story. A, let students share their ideas and remind them if necessary or character setting or plot sevens of plots, even problem solutions. B. Write this down on another chart paper and put it next to the one from last week. Okay, and the next, tell the students when we want to compare two different things to see what they have in common. We different things to what they have common. We can use a top college of Venn diagram. And E, draw two interesting cycle on the book and go through the five part of the story. And B, fill the Venn diagram together over the two books. Okay, let me continue to tell you into the next weeks. Okay, into the next weeks, say the students, welcome the students back to the library and do story time songs to get them ready. Ask students, we have been learning about outdoors purpose and who remembered the three different reason and outdoor wins the story. And also let the students have and if necessary review with the photos and tell the students our story today. But in Armando those anyone knows what Armando. Okay, in the fourth, show the student the book and ask them, do you think this book is going to be uh, a favorite book to use research tales? Let the students share their ideas. And the next, read the story. After the read story, ask the student what was the outdoor purpose of these books, and also let the students share their ideas. And seven, ask students, if you want to find answer to my questions, uh, what to research call to use. And A, let the students share their ideas and review non-fictions, books, and database again if necessary. And the A, give the student time to use either non-fictions books or database to give student time to use our database to find the answers to the question on our models. Okay, we see a have student come back and share what they have learned and that they acknowledge the detail. And the last is have a student create their own bookmark reviewing outdoor purpose. A, have them share in with you before they leave. Checks checks that they have the three different types of VINE. C, have them use their bookmark to decide the purpose of their library books when they get home. And maybe that's all from me. And I'm sorry about my mistake during I explained this my lesson plan so far. So I'm going to say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.